When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grande at philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen.
Listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grande and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grande and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. It's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grande.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grande, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Phil Grande here, Phil's Gang Radio Show. Tired of Wall Street's games? We've got the antidote. Learn the art of short selling. And then you're going to gain a top-notch stock market education with Phil's Gang and philsgang.com. We're so confident you'll love it because we're offering a 10-day free trial to our Working Investor Program. No gimmicks, just real strategies. Sign up to a Phil's Gang membership today and take control of your financial future. Visit www.philsgang.com now.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
This is a moment where we can be off to the races with rate cuts. We can be off to the races with positive market expectations, and all of our worries are kind of behind us.
No more rate hikes on the horizon. Inflation is slowing. The data is still strong. So we're in tactical Goldilocks.
In the fourth quarter, we have student loan debts coming back in terms of repayments. We have the excess savings that consumers had really slowing down. And you also have the fact that credit card use is well above $1 trillion in aggregate. And consumers are facing higher interest rates on that. And certainly when we ask consumers point blank, do you think there's a recession? Roughly 70% of consumers say, yes, we still think there will be a recession.
Just unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they continue with the same thing over and over. Everything's fantastic. Everything's great. There's no problems. Have they forgotten our debt, our deficits? Yeah, they have. Because their job is to get on the air and make everybody excited to go and keep buying stocks. That's okay. I'm not going to fight the tape. We had a great November and December. Terrific November, December. We bought a lot of stocks. We bought a lot of tech stocks. We bought a lot of bank stocks. We bought some household stocks, we want to call them. Leisure stocks, casinos, airlines, Coca-Cola, and they all did great. We'll follow the tape. We'll follow the footprint. But if you're not ready for this market to turn on you, because this market is going to turn, this thing is so heavy. The price of stocks are so crazy. So again, like I told my gang members, look, we're not going to sit here and start shorting now. I'm the one that told him to get in this. I told him back in October when the market was collapsing from July to October. The market was going down. I kept saying, look, we're going to buy oil. We're going to buy the tech stocks. We're going to buy the our tech stocks, our bank stocks. I said they're all going to rally big going to the last quarter here. They're going to rally big going towards the end of the year. And that's exactly what they're doing. Right now there's a melt up. We call it a melt up. Everything goes up a little bit. Every day between now and Christmas goes up, because there's nobody around the short. And then we start the Christmas rally, which starts, I think, 2 days before Christmas officially, and then ends like 2 days after the first of the year. And this is all pumped up to build up portfolios, bonuses. This is all about bonuses. This isn't reality. So yeah, we're happy. We're happy. We're giddy. We're making a lot of money. No question about it. So isn't everybody else. I told everybody if you just got into spiders, did nothing else, just in the spiders, you'd be up about 10% right now in the spiders. But when you have a stock, like we bought the ETF for the builders, the ETF, and in November and December, it went up 40%, but the market's only up 15%. What's that tell you? It's a trap. Oh, we're happy because we got we went in, we bought the home builders. We bought the ETF, XHB. It's up now by, what is it up now? I don't know. We're up 37%. The market's up, the S&P I think is up 15%. I mean, that gets crazy. So what are we going to do? We're going to sell into it. So we've been telling our members, all these stocks, start selling into them. They don't have to get out totally. But see, here's what people don't get. That you can't be fooled by this November-December rally of 16%. Enjoy it, but it's a melt up. It's not to be confused, okay, with what's going on. Remember last week, the tourist traders are the only ones that were participating. The smart money, the big institutions, they're not. They're not participating because when they made that announcement, they're going to do 3 or 4 rate cuts, everybody went crazy. Not the institutions. They didn't jump in because they know that's not going to happen. You can't do 4 rate cuts unless you want to kill the economy totally and just really make the rich richer, because that's all it's about, you know. The whole thing is about making the rich richer. Everybody else gets poor. But still, the big thing is people don't realize that what's causing all this inflation and all this craziness is the money supply. They keep talking interest rates. I wish they would stop with the interest rates. And you gotta pay. We got a heavy payback. There's no free rides. You don't get a 650% rally to 1,200% rally off of 2009 up to where we are today and not pay for it. When you financially engineered the market to go up 650 and 1,200%, didn't go up on earnings. And when you have only 7 stocks out of 8,000 rallying the whole market, you're going to have to pay that back. It's payback time. And when they keep increasing the money supply for the purpose of increasing inflation, they do that on purpose. You're going to pay for that. But see, most people don't realize that. We're participating in this rally. Look at the stocks we own. I'm looking at it right here. I mean, we own a bunch of stocks. We caught this whole rally before anybody else did. We started to buy the bank stocks and the tech stocks when the big hedge funds weren't buying them. They're afraid to buy them. And then they missed out and they started to jump in. They started jumping at Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Clorox and all those stupid stocks. But we jumped into those before they did that. And then when they jumped in, our stocks all went up. But here's what you got to understand. There is a heavy payback here. You think you just get 650% rally, 12% rally, and you don't have to pay for that? It's that easy? just keep increasing the money supply for the purpose of increasing inflation? This is what they do. They're increasing inflation on purpose to force interest rates to fall. That's what they did to get that rally. Who's going to pay for that? It's like a crime. Well, it was a crime at one time. QE was a crime at one time. But I want you to think about this for a moment. If you get a 650% rally and a 1200% rally like we did, and how did they do that? They financially engineered it. How they do that? They increased the money supply. The idea is, let's increase the money supply. The more money supply we put in, interest rates will fall. And then we'll do QE on top of that, and we'll bring interest rates down even more to zero. So their idea, their con game was to let's flood the money supply, to drop rates down. The more money we put. But the problem is, at some point, you pay for that. Because what happens when you keep on printing money and pushing money into the money supply, gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can't get that money out through the banks because the economy's not growing, nobody's building anything, and the banks and the money sits there. Sure, they did this for the purpose of pushing interest rates down so the guys at Wall Street could make a lot of money, and the rich guys could make a lot of money. Because the more inflation there is, the more money they make on their assets. I mean, look at Pelosi. Her vineyards went up 32%. Her artwork went up $1.2 million. You think they care about you? So enjoy the rally. Make sure you take some profit tomorrow when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grande and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grande and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grande of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grande.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grande, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Phil's Gang wishes you and your family happiness, joy, and financial security, working together to make 2024 another successful year at philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The pivot, I'd say, was a more aggressive pivot by the market than by Powell. And since then, we've had, in succession, whether it's Austin Goolsbee today or on Friday, the Fed has come out, the FOMC members have come out and tried to throw cold water on market expectations for an easing as soon as March.
And there you go. I talked about that yesterday. Here's what's going on with them. They know when after Powell comes out, Williams comes out, who's a very bright guy. He says no. And he's the vice chair of the Federal Reserve, but he holds the most important role of the Federal Reserve, the New York Fed. That's the big boy right there. You have a guy with intelligence running that. And he backpedals so fast because he knows what I know, is that you got so much inflation. And why is there so much inflation in this market? We can't. That's why you're not going to get back to 2%. Forget that, because it was created. It was intended. The valuations or the inflation was intended to make sure Pelosi's artwork went from $2.5 million to $4.5 million, for her vineyard to go up 32%, for the very wealthy, all their assets to go up. That's how they get rich. They're not on wages. How do you think the 1% increased their wealth by $20 billion each? $20 million each. And the 1/100th of 1%, who run everything, they run everything. They decide who's going to be president, the whole deal. And they picked up 88 million. 88 million. Do you think they'd ever get the 88 million and the 20 million, those two groups, if there wasn't inflation? How do you get inflation? You have to work against the people. You have to work against the people of the country. And that's what Congress does, works against us to benefit themselves, to benefit the people who put them in Congress, who have all the money. Then we got Dinglebird, another Democrat, Dinglebird, and she sits on the most important subcommittee on health. She's been on the House subcommittee for years. What does she do? Every time a stock comes your way for an approval because they're going to have a new chemical or new like Medtronic's going to have a new medical device. It has to go through her committee. She's got to approve it. So she buys the stock before it gets approved. She just approved Medtronic's, and she made a bundle on that. She approved Blackstone's agricultural chemical and seed company. It's called Cativa. It's on the New York Stock Exchange, CTVA. She approved that. She made a bundle on that. So she made a bundle on CTVA. She made a bundle on MDT. And she made a bundle on this one other one, the third one. See, this for them to get rich. So if you don't believe that they're not increasing the money supply, and they tell us, oh, they're doing that because they want to bring interest rates down for you and me. They're bringing interest rates down for you and me. They never talk about, do they? No, what do they always talk about? Well, we're going to print money, we're going to buy 10-year treasuries, and we buy 10-year treasuries, the yields drop, and that means we at the Fed can drop our interest rates. And if we drop our interest rates and loan it to your bank can, now you can go buy a car with a low interest rate. Aren't we good people? We're there to try to help you, the people. That's our job. We're supposed to be, we're politically independent. We're responsible for our economy, our nation. We're responsible for keeping us on a sound footing. And we're going to monitor this country because the biggest threat is inflation, and we're not going to let inflation get to you. Because inflation comes from debt and deficits. We're going to make sure there's no deficits. And we're going to make sure we're not going to increase the money supply too much. They do all this, they do the opposite. So if you're going to make money in the stock market, the best place in the world to be, you follow the footprint of money. Where is it going? Is it going in or is it going out? That's all you got to know. You don't have to know anything about fundamentals. You don't. You don't know anything about the company anymore. It's a waste of time. You don't have to know what the margins are or profits. Who cares? Nobody buys a stock based on, no pro buys a stock based on that anymore. Are you nuts? Doesn't work that way anymore. The greatest thing is the market's crooked. If the market wasn't crooked, you couldn't make money. When they finally made this a crooked market, that's when you began to make money because it was easy. Because somebody like me who didn't even go to high school, I can sit down and look at a chart, and I designed the chart. We designed the chart here at Phil's Gang. And so when it turns green, when it stays green, it's telling me money's going in that stock. I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at an ETF. It's aerospace defense. It's ITA. It was red. I was watching it. I kept watching it. And the stock kept staying, it was a red at 117. Now remember what the stock is. This is the stock that makes money when everything happened over there in Israel. It's a defensive stock. So I'm watching. It's at 117. It's going down. 113 keeps going down. I didn't short this one. 102. And then when it turned to 107, it turned green. I don't know anything about this stock. All I know is aerospace, defensive, and I know it had to be good because of what was going on in Israel and Hamas and all that. GE went up, all these stocks, and we bought it right at the right time before anybody else did. And it was green. And we got it at 107. Right now it's 126. I didn't, a 17% gain. I didn't buy it because I knew the earnings. I can't even read half the balance sheet. I don't know what the hell it's even what it is. When you really you go through the balance sheet. I mean, you got to have a good degree from Harvard or something. You think I know what? I mean, I know what a trailing P, a forward P is. I know all that, but I don't know the PEG PEG ratio and the price of sales and price to book, and return on asset, return on equity. It's like a song, for God's sakes. Who the hell knows that crap? But I do know this. I do know that when there's more money going in than out, that stock's going to go up. And I know if I don't do a lot of stocks, if I just take a small group, 6, 7 stocks, a couple of bonus stocks, I have about 12 stocks I follow all year long. They're the best stocks. And all I got to identify is money going in, I'm buying. Money coming out, I'm selling short. So I designed a chart that would tell me that. I don't have to know anything about the company. I care less what it does. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grande, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Become an expert investor. Here's Phil Grande of Phil's Gang Radio Show.
If you want financial freedom, then don't let Wall Street hold you back. Discover what they are hiding and how to thrive, even in a stock market crash. Unlock these secrets with a 10-day free trial to our Working Investor Program. Real strategies, no fluff. Take action right now. Come on, become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Just visit www.philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
I think that inflation will remain a story for the next year, and I worry that the market's getting a little ahead of itself in deciding that inflation has been conquered.
Inflation being conquered. Okay, listen to this now. Listen to this.
This is a moment where we can be off to the races with rate cuts. We can be off to the races with positive market expectations, and all of our worries are kind of behind us.
You know what her job is? You know what her job is? Like the rest of the fake business news network. Her job is to create optimism. Her job is to create hope, belief, create an illusion that we're entering a stage of prosperity. She doesn't care a damn thing about you. She doesn't care about the stock, what's going to go up or down. She could care less. If she can get you, that's her job. Everybody goes on those shows, that's their job. You know, and it really gets me. I told everybody at the end of October, I said, start buying these stocks. Start buying the bank stocks. Start buying the bank stocks and tech stocks. And I said, they're going to run them. I'm telling you, they're going to run them. And they did. Huge, huge. We did really well. But now you got people thinking, oh, this is Goldilocks. Oh, look what happened in the last 2 months. Boy, this rally, everything's okay again. No, everything's worse again. But my gang members don't have to worry about that because we're always going to catch these rallies before the market crashes. And then when the market crashes, they can follow me and Willie and Steve when we short them on the way down. They're part of Phil's gang. They want to follow us on the way down short. Let's short them. Why would we stand there? Let's short them. They go down much faster than they go up. But they're a pack of liars because they're not telling you the truth what's going on in the market. The market was built on zero rates. The market was built off the back of 7 stocks. What are you, nuts? 13 years. This market was built on one big fraud. And you don't think we have to pay for that? You don't think there's payback? We're just going to walk away from that. There was somebody so nice in Wall Street, they wanted to rig the market so we could benefit. They're such nice people. People are going to pay dearly. You see, they don't believe it. They believe this is now Goldilocks. Everything's Goldilocks now. See, they don't believe there's going to be a recession. But I could sit here all day and prove there's going to be a recession. And show them how they can make money during the recession. But they won't listen. And I can prove there's a recession. No, I can prove that. Because we've had 4 contractions of money out of the money supply. 4 times in the history of the stock market. 4 times where money contracted. Now we're in our 5th time right now. And every time that money's contracted, all 4 times, we went into a recession. 4 for 4. Now there's a contraction of money. They contracted about 4% of the money supply. And that means now we're going to go into a recession. It's impossible not to go into a recession. We have the history that backs it. We can show you all the dates for the past 4. And every time we went into a recession, when they start contracting money out of that money supply. They use that money supply for evil. To take care of themselves, not you. Think about this again. How do you think a house, if a house is selling it in 2010 at $210,000, 6.5% mortgage rate for 30 years, and you paid $1,800 payment. So you could buy in 2010 with an $1,800 payment a $210,000 house. Today, the same exact interest rate, 6.5%, the house is up $495,000 from 210. The house is up 135%. You going to tell me it was the interest rate that caused the house to go up 135%? The interest rate's the same. The only difference is the payment, because the house went up so much. So if you're paying on a $210,000 house, what made it go, and your payment went from $1,800 to $3,000? It's not the fault of the interest rate going up that made the house go from the payment from $1,800 to $3,000. It's the fault of the price going from $210 to $495 that forced the payment up. So it's the money supply. It's the greedy people on Wall Street who took that money supply and kept pumping it in and pumping it in, starting with Obama. The idea is, let's take this money, let's print this money and push it in. Let's push it into the banks, load them up with money. And then when they're so full of money and the economy's doing terrible and they're not lending, what happens? Interest rates fall down to zero. And then what's the next thing that happens? See, people are going to be happy to see interest rates going down. But what they don't realize, it's going to turn around that money supply, the interest rate falls, it's out of control, and causes inflation to go up. You think, and who gets rich with the inflation? The husband and wife who bring home $65,000, have 3 kids, 2 kids, run them to school, even somebody with $85,000. You think that? No. So think about that again, the payment. Do you think for one moment, when you have a house that went from $210,000 up to $495,000, you have the same 6.5%, the same 30 years, the only thing that's different is the payment. You say, well, it's the interest rate. No, the interest rate didn't bring that. What caused that payment to go from $1,800 to $3,000 is not the interest rate, it's the inflation that moved the house from $210,000 to $495,000, that it's hidden in the money supply they play with every day to make sure there's inflation so they get rich. And even George Carlin knew that.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate.
And he said that in 2006. Nothing's changed. So what do? You follow the market by following the money, not the crap. You follow the money. You don't follow the PE ratio. You don't follow the return on equity. You don't follow the profit margin, the free cash flow. And 99% of people don't even know what that means. So they're going to wait for one of these people to tell them what to do. They're going to wait for this woman here.
This is a moment where we can be off to the races with rate cuts. We can be off to the races with positive market expectations, and all of our worries are kind of behind.
Yeah, that's her job. That's her job. She's trying to get attention. My guess, she looks like the back end of a mule. But this is what they do. So if you want to make money and be successful in the stock market, turn these shows off. Learn how to follow the money. Take your favorite stock. I don't care what stock it is. It's got to be one of the most popular stocks. I have my members in 6 popular stocks, the best stocks. And then we have another little group of about 6 to 10 stocks called our bonus stocks. But we make 85, 75, 8% of our money on the 6 stocks. Because why? Because we sit back and we wait for the setup to buy that stock. And then we sit back and wait for the setup when that stock's going to collapse, where we're shorting it. And why are we doing all that? The whole market changed when they went to discount brokerage. That's when you, the retail customer, got screwed.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grande.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. What are you, nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. Oh, Christmas tree.
From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. You learn how to follow the money, and you'll be making money when stocks are going up. You'll be making money when stocks are going down. It really gets me at times. It's the more money, flowing through the economy corresponds with lower interest rates. So what they do is they take advantage of that. And they try to tell the folks, we're going to do everything for you. We're going to increase the money supply, the money flow, the money that's going to the bank so they can lend you. That's all money supply is, the money they're giving to the banks to loan to you. But their goal is to plug the bank up. So there's much more money than there is activity for loans. And that's when inflation goes up, and that's when the boys get rich. And you know what else it pushes up? The stock market. Because it's an asset. Pushes up the stock market. But I want you to think clearly. Do you think somewhere down the road we're going to pay for that? We did in 1929. Hell, we did in 2001, 2008. We did 2018. January 2023. Why aren't we going to pay for it now? Why are we going to be so lucky? And this is how we keep our members out of trouble, because we don't follow their garbage. It's all. Look, if you can just think of one thing again, just go away with this thought today. I'd be so happy. If you just convince yourself, okay, if you bought a $210,000 house and your payment's $1,800 a month because you have a 30-year fixed rate, it's 6.5%. Now, that's in 2010. In 2023, you have a house, same 6.5%, same 30 years, and the same $1,800 payment. But what happened to make the payment go from $1,800 to $3,000? Is it the interest rates that the Federal Reserve's working on to try to get down for you? No, it's nothing to do with that. What caused the payment to go up is the opposite side of the scale. The house went from $210,000 to $495,000. That's what made your payment go from $1,800 to $3,000. See, the house in 2023 should be the same price as it was in 2010 for this math we're doing. So the house went up 135%. Now, oh, that's good. Gee, I'm rich. No. Because your dollar went down. The value of your dollar's gone down. When you go shopping, you used to get 3 bags for $100 at the grocery store. Now you get a half a bag. You see how it works? So even though your house went up, you think you're rich, you're not. You're poor. As long as we have a Federal Reserve who kisses the butt of Wall Street, who is the lapdog for who's ever in the White House, we're screwed. But not if you get away from all this garbage in the stock market and you follow the stock. I don't care, take Coca-Cola, take any stock, take gold, any stock you want, and just follow the money that's going in that stock. Doesn't that make sense? If the money coming out of the stock, which way do you think the stock's going to go, up or down? It's going to go down. Aren't you better off following the money? If money's coming out of the stock's going down. If the money's going in the stock goes up. So what the hell do you have to know anything about price to book, price to sell, the PEG ratio, return on equity, return on that, and you got to run around, find a broker who understands what that crap is. You think he knows, he doesn't know. Keep it simple. Just take a couple stocks. We'll show you how to do it. It's not hard. Just a couple of stocks. Inflation's the horrible thing. And we could wipe out inflation so fast. You shouldn't have to go to a gas station. And since 2021 to now, gas came down. It's still up, what, 30%? 32%? Why should gas be up 32%? We're almost 4 years with this dope. And gas is still up? Because of the money supply. Because they keep on pushing so much money at the banks, they can't loan it because the things are so bad, the economy doesn't grow. That's why they can't loan it. They should be working on growing the economy so they can take all that money and put it into business investment. And when you put that money into business investment, then a company will produce. And when you produce, the company grows, wages grow, jobs grow. It works. It's called America. But the people who's running the shop now, they want to take that money and put it into woke or whatever the hell they want to put it into. Nothing that produces anything. So when you keep taking money and whacking that supply of money towards those banks, and those banks can't lend it fast enough because the economy sucks, because the economy's at 3% instead of 6%, only one thing happens. Everything goes up in price, and things get worse for you. So if you're in the market, we take advantage of that. Not that we're bad people. We got to make a living. So that means some stocks are going to go down. After this big rally, everybody said, oh, this rally's never going to come down again. Everything's fine. We're at Goldilocks, man. Really? We're the first ones into oil. Nobody wanted oil. You asked my members. I said, when oil drops to, what was it, $65 a barrel from, I think it was 95 at the barrel at the time. I said, when it drops to $65 a barrel, we're going to buy the hell out of it. We're going to buy it. Because from being in that industry, I knew that once it drops to that 35, everybody buys it. They store it. They put it in their tank farms. And we were right. And we went in and we bought that oil. We bought Oxy. We bought Hess. We bought MRO. We bought a refinery. We always buy the refiners first. You always want to buy the refiners first. Just like gold. You want to buy the miners. You want to buy the miners. You don't want to buy the physical gold. Buy the miners. And nobody believes gold's going to go up. Now, one thing with gold, you're right. Who makes sure the gold, you see gold go up one day, it goes down. Gold goes up one day, it goes down. Why? Because that's the government. That's the Federal Reserve. They want gold prices down. Because, see, if prices go up, gold goes up, all the countries say America's in trouble. See, when gold goes up, the people who loan us money, Japan, the Saudis, seeing gold going up, they want more interest. Because if gold's going up, we're in trouble. If we're not in trouble, gold goes down. And we're in deep trouble. But every time gold goes up, stay with it. Just put a stop in. Just put a stop in. Give yourself a little budget. Because they can't keep pushing this gold price down. As much as they try, it won't work. That's what they're doing right now. They're trying to push the gold price down because they got to borrow so much money. This dope that's in the White House has got to borrow so much money now. You can't have gold up there. He's on the phone every day yelling and screaming to his staff, get gold down, get gold down. Do you know how much interest we're going to have to pay if we got to borrow money from Japan or China? They see gold prices up, we're going to have to pay more interest. You know what the real fun thing is? It's fun investing in stocks if you know what you're doing. But you got to get away from the typical, I'm going to split my portfolio 60-40, 60-40. Come on in, we'll arrange the portfolio. Maybe you want 60-30. 60-30 is better than 60-40. Who the hell came up with 60-40? What's the 60-40? Who came up with that number? I want to meet the person who came up with 60-40. I want to ask, why did you come up with, why wasn't it 50-80 or 20-90 or why is it 60-40? Who's the genius? That's like the 2% target, remember? Where the 2% Fed target came from? He was a drunk. He was a reporter in New Zealand, drunk every night in a pub, and they asked him one night, how much is the economy growing? And he's drunk. 2%. And that's how we got the target. Join my gang, Phil's gang.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.